Hello everyone, welcome to my review of Gundam Breakers 3 for PS4. Little backstory of my Gundam history. I have only watched Mobile Suit Gundam 00 and Mobile Suit Gundam Thunderbolt, and I am currently watching Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn RE0096 and Mobile Suit Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans. So, Mobile Suit Gundam Breaker 3, or just Gundam Breaker 3. It only came out in China, I believe, maybe Japan, but no English release, which is strange because they have English subtitles. So if you want to get this game, it'll be like $100 on Amazon, which may be a little steep. However, I will show you the reasons why I think you should absolutely buy Gundam Breaker 3 and why it's well worth the $100, personally. So, first off, the story. The story is pretty simple at first. It starts off, basically you're just entering into a Gunpla tournament, where Gunpla is where you build your own model kits, whatever. This is not actually Gundam per se. You're not actually in the story of Gundam, you're just building Gunplas and battling them. It starts off pretty simple, you're just competing in a tournament, but then there's a slight subplot that starts happening, and you're not really sure where that's going to go, but 75% of the way through, or halfway about, that subplot actually blooms and actually turns pretty interesting. I don't want to spoil it, but it's actually a pretty interesting subplot that pops up and makes the story a little more memorable. As before, it was kind of, you know, take it or leave it. It wasn't really anything special, but that subplot really makes it kind of actually have a story. So the story is fine. It's, you know, it's pretty good. The gameplay is fantastic. Every hit you make, pieces break off. It feels like you're actually hitting things, whereas some things may have the problem of you don't really, doesn't feel like you're hitting anything. But in this, you can feel your parts break off. You can feel the enemy's parts break off when you hit them. The gameplay just feels fantastic. There's a wide variety of different weapons you can use too. There's several different melee weapons, from twin blades, lances, just regular beam sabers, all sorts of weapons you can use. Same thing with your ranged weapons. Your ranged weapons, you have machine guns, Gatling guns, you have shield guns, rocket launchers, charge weapons, there's nuclear warhead weapons you can get. The gameplay options are endless of the combinations. You have special EX moves you'll unlock later on, which absolutely devastate, either offensive or support wise. So gameplay wise, there's just so many different ways you can play the game. Absolutely fantastic. I don't see it ever getting boring for quite a while, just because of the wide variety of different weapons and abilities you can customize and so on. It's really, really fantastic. And there's different parts of the customization actually called Gunpla parts. I'm sorry, builder parts. Gunpla is something different. Builder parts, where you can start unlocking later on in the game, and they actually will unlock different abilities for you too. So it's not just a customization feature. So going to customization, the customization is out of this world. Like, it's one of, if not the best, customization options ever. You can customize each single piece of your armor. You can mix and match different pieces of armor from different mobile suits from different series. And it's just fantastic. You can color the different pieces whatever you want. You can put different emblems on it. The customization options are literally endless, and your weapons you can even customize too, as far as the colors and whatnot. It's really, really fantastic. Like, just mix and matching the different parts, and if you have a particular mobile suit that you like, you can even look down below and it'll tell you, like, this is from this series, or it's really awesome. Same thing with the weapons. The weapons will even tell you if you really like a certain weapon and you want to learn more about it. You can just check out the particular series it comes from. So it's really, really fantastic. And there's all the little details you can go into. You can put damage up on it. You can make it like look really rugged and bend through the shitter. You can, like, the different colors even is just, it's endless. Like, seriously, the customization in this game is out of this world. Like, they put a lot of time and effort into this, I can definitely tell. So customization is by far one of the most appealing things about this game. The environments you battle in are actually pretty varied. There's snow levels, desert, city, there's like space, not really flying around in space particularly, but you're in space, like on the colonies in space, if you know what they're called. Like I said, I haven't really watched too much Gundam, but you can fight on those. Later on, you can fight on the space elevator. There is a very nice variety of levels. Thank goodness, and not just the same level, like the same 2 levels over and over again, which is very much appreciated because that can get very old at times in certain games. Your AI partners in this game too are actually fantastic. You have 2 or 3 AI partners at a time, depending, or one, depending on the mission. But anyways, your AI partners are actually pretty competent. Like when you get downed, they will rush to you and revive you quickly. And you have retry tickets, which, to be honest, I haven't really had to use them all that often just because how good my teammates are running over and reviving me, which is very rare. Usually, AI teammates are absolutely retarded. But in this game, they're actually extremely competent. And they will actually do like their own work. They won't just sit there and just take damage. And speaking of which, I've only seen them getting downed a handful of times. So they're pretty tough too on their own. You don't have to sit there and have to worry about running over and reviving them constantly. Your AI teammates are very competent, and each one has their own custom mobile suit, but if you go back and replay missions, you can actually set them to use one of your own custom mobile suits, which is very cool too. Your different armor and weapon pieces too also have certain rarities and abilities they can have. Each one will have a set number of ability slots, so like usually between 4 to 6 on average, I'd say probably. And what you can do is you can actually just go in and take regular plastic that drops from enemies, which is very common, and you can use that to just straight upgrade their level rarity. You can do that, which will upgrade their armor if it's an armor piece, or their damage per second if it's a weapon. Or you can take other weapons that have certain abilities that you like, but you don't really like the weapons per se. You can take those weapon or armor pieces and slot it into the weapon or piece of armor you already have equipped. And so it'll actually take those abilities. You can pick and select, like, oh, this weapon has, let's say, 2 abilities, but I only really like one of them, so I don't want to waste a spot on the other one. You can just unselect one of them and take the other one. If there's a weapon or piece of armor you really like, you can just keep upgrading that to the max and just keep adding more abilities and just make it an absolute monster. Another neat thing too is that over at the shop you can buy the mobile suit kits that comes with all the weapons and pieces of armor of that specific mobile suit. I think if you at least unlock one piece of the armor or weapon from that, then you can buy the whole kit from the store, and it'll tell you in the individual kits if you have X amount of pieces of it. So that way, if you have, let's say, 5 of the 6 pieces, you don't have to waste, $60,000 of your money on that specific kit. But if you only have like one piece of it, and you really like that mobile suit design, you don't want to go through and trying to get the random drops from the mobile suits in the missions, you can just buy the kit itself. The game also features 2 multiplayer modes, Bounty Hunter and Challenger. To be honest, I haven't really played these all too much. I played 1 round of Challenger, which is basically kind of like a horde mode almost, where you try to get as far as you can and get as many points as you can, as far as I know of. And Bounty Hunter is where you actually team up with other people and battle other people and their mobile suit designs. I can't really say too much on these. Like I said, I've only played it a very little bit. But from what I can tell, it seems to be pretty interesting, but can't really give a definite answer. I think that about covers the pros of the game. Now, there are a few cons of it, unfortunately. Like I said, the story is kind of hit or miss at first. It does get a little bit better at the halfway point of the subplot that pops up and becomes more the main plot. The story also doesn't really have any cutscenes per se. There are a couple when you're in battles with bosses that'll happen. But those are very rare, but that's not really a huge deterrence from it. While there are several different environments in the game, sometimes the story will have the same 2 or 3 ones pop up a couple times during each act, which kind of sucks, and for the most part they're not very memorable. There's only a couple that actually really stand out, and one of them you don't really unlock until, I believe it's Act 4. I could have used 1 or 2 more, but oh well. The only other negative I could think of the game would be the $100 price tag to have it imported from China, and the fact that it's not English dubbed. But if you guys go out there and support it and get it, I'm telling you, it's well worth the money personally. Like, I'm not even a huge Gundam fan, but I absolutely love the game. I've put in tons and tons of hours into this game, and hopefully if we support it enough, then maybe Gundam Breakers 4 will have an actual English release. So my final verdict for Gundam Breakers 3 for the PS4 would have to be a 10 out of 10. Like, it has a couple minor flaws with it, but its pros far outweigh its negatives. And please, guys, please go out and support this game. Like, it has not gotten nearly enough. I don't know how well it's sold over in China and America, but the fact that I've never even heard of the game until the Super Best Friends played it on their channel.
Just shove the gunpla in the wound, and then they break the plastic off and build it themselves.
We're out of here.
And as soon as I saw them play it within 5 minutes, I said, I'm buying this game. This game deserves so much more. Hopefully it does well so that way Gundam Breakers 4 will even come over to America. Like, even if you're not a Gundam fan, like I said, like, hopefully you try to give this game a try. Like, it's another $100 may be a bit much to some, but it's so fun. The fact that it's got so much customization. I'm going to be playing this game for years to come, I can already tell. Whether you're a Gundam fan or not, I highly recommend you check this game out if you have the spare cash laying around. But anyways, so that's my review of Gundam Breakers 3. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. It's my first review. If you liked it, please let me know below. I also have a question for you guys. So, actually 2 questions. First, what is your favorite Gundam series, if you've watched any? My favorite would have to be Gundam 00. And number 2, what is your favorite mobile suit design? Mine would also have to come from 00, and that would have to be Gundam Exia. I just really love the design of Exia, and the pilot's pretty cool too. So, anyways, thanks guys. Let me know down below what your favorite series and your favorite mobile suit is. Thanks for watching.